The Gracie secret. How one family changed all of martial arts forever. They said it was impossible, that size and strength always win. But one family with a revolutionary secret defied every rule and changed fighting forever. This is their story. Hey everyone, Anthony here from 10 of the Best. Get ready for the incredible tale of the Gracie family. The Brazilian pioneers who didn't just create a martial art, they unleashed a secret weapon that shattered traditions and redefined combat on a global scale. Let's dive in. The seed of a revolution, Maida, Carlos Gracie Sr. and the Genesis. Our journey into the Gracie secret begins not in Brazil, but in early 20th century Japan in Mitsuyo, Maida, a formidable Kodokan judoka and Jiu-Jitsu master. Maida, a global ambassador for his art, arrived in Brazil, eventually befriending Gustavo Gracie, a key political figure. In return for Gustavo's help, Maida began teaching his son Carlos Gracie Sr. the profound principles of judo and jiu-jitsu. Carlos, with a sharp intellect and an entrepreneurial drive, wasn't just a student, he was an analyst. He meticulously studied Maida's techniques, adapting them to real-world self-defense situations. He established the first Gracie Academy and began teaching his younger siblings, laying the groundwork for a radical departure from traditional martial arts. Helio Gracie, the unlikely architect of the gentle art. While Carlos planted the seed, it was his physically smaller and less robust younger brother Helio Gracie who became the true revolutionary. Observing his older brother's vigorous training, Helio found himself unable to execute many of the techniques due to his lack of raw strength and size. This apparent weakness became his greatest strength. Helio dedicated his life to modifying, refining and perfecting every technique, stripping away reliance on strength and emphasizing pure leverage, timing and intelligent body mechanics. He transformed Jiu-Jitsu into the gentle art, a system where a smaller, weaker person could effectively defend against and defeat a larger, stronger assailant. This relentless pursuit of efficiency in combat became the heart of the Gracie secret, enabling an entirely new form of self-defense. Now, before we unleash more of this epic story, let's talk about a different kind of submission. See that like button? It's begging for a tap. Give it a quick decisive strike, no armbar needed. Just a good old click, and while you're there, don't let your subscription be an easy escape. Lock in that subscribe button and join 10 of the Best community. Trust me, tapping here is a win-win, unlike getting caught in a Hoist Gracie rear naked choke. The Gracie Challenge, proving the secret of the world. With a perfected art, the Gracies then sought to prove its absolute dominance. This gave birth to the iconic Gracie Challenge. The family openly invited practitioners of any martial art, from boxers and wrestlers to karateka and judo experts, to fight them under minimal rules, often in a gi versus gi or no gi scenario. To definitively answer the age-old question, which art is superior in real combat? These challenges, documented on grainy VHS tapes and recounted in hushed tones, became legendary. They systematically demonstrated BJJ's crushing effectiveness, particularly its revolutionary ground fighting and submission techniques, against highly skilled opponents who were largely unprepared for the grappling realm. These weren't just fights, they were living scientific experiments that validated the Gracie system over and over again, building an almost mythical reputation. The secret reaches America, Rorion Gracie and the birth of the UFC. The Gracies knew their secret needed a global stage. In the late 1980s, Rorion Gracie, one of Helio's sons and a brilliant marketer, strategically moved to the United States. Hoist Gracie, the UFC icon who unlocked the secret of the world. At UFC 1, the Gracie family chose their champion. Not the biggest or the most intimidating, but Hoist Gracie, a slender man in a gi, often weighing significantly less than his opponents. What followed was a global shockwave. Royce systematically submitted larger, stronger and seemingly more formidable opponents from various martial arts disciplines, from boxers to sumo wrestlers. He became a 3-time UFC tournament champion, proving that the Gracie secret of leveraged technique and ground fighting prowess could utterly dominate raw strength and familiarity with grappling. Royce's performance were a live, undeniable validation of the Gracie system, turning heads, shattering preconceived notions about fighting, and putting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu firmly on the global map as the most effective combat art. The global explosion and enduring legacy of the Gracie secret. Following Royce's groundbreaking victories, the demand for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu exploded. Academies across the globe, not just within the Gracie family, but through a multitude of highly skilled instructors. The art diversified into sport jiu-jitsu, focusing on point and positions for competition, alongside the traditional self-defense jiu-jitsu geared towards real-world conflict. BJJ became an indispensable component for any serious MMA fighter, fundamentally changing the entire landscape of combat sports. Today, the Gracie secret isn't a secret at all. It's a foundational pillar of modern martial arts, practiced by millions, influencing military and law enforcement training and constantly evolving. The legacy of the Gracie family continues through new generations, ensuring the revolutionary approach to combat remains as relevant and as powerful as ever.